Hello and welcome to Cineworld's YouTube channel. I am Luke Owen.
And I'm Dan Layton.
Oh, I thought you'd have a...
I didn't have one because because it's live, Luke. I'm nervous about the whole experience.
Oh, I really thought, Dan, you knew we were coming in here. You've been sat here for the last 10 minutes.
The problem is, people think that I'm really funny and witty and attractive, and they are correct, but also I'm highly edited.
Mm-hmm.
And because in this moment I'm live, they're realizing that I'm only funny when I've got a team of people making it work for me.
So we are going to be doing a reaction here to... Sorry, I'm just going to check some tech stuff. We're going to be doing reactions to this little trailer for Black Panther, which I actually have not seen yet.
Yes, I have seen it. I saw it late last night on my telephone, so not the way it was intended to be seen.
Absolutely.
Because there was a little trending topic, and I wanted to see what the fuss was all about.
Well, now that's quite a good tease.
Yeah,
I'm actually now genuinely really excited.
Yeah, it's a cool trailer. Yeah,
I was really excited anyway because I'm really excited for Black Panther.
Yeah, we've seen the 40X trailer recently.
We've been
talking a lot about this movie.
We certainly have. Yeah, and there was obviously a lot of chat about Namor's back by the creator and being like, that back is just not attractive enough,
right,
to be Namor.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it keeps me awake at night.
Namor's back.
Yeah.
So, we now flip over to this screen here.
Look, do you know, can I tell, if I can peel back the curtain briefly, the tech element of this has been quite something. Luke has been really going at it, and I think we should all take a second. That was seamless. Well done.
I did this on my own.
Yeah, you really did.
And I've been panicking.
And that was lovely. I really liked that. So let's do it.
Let's do this. This feels like this is from the first trailer as well, wasn't it? Are we going to get another trailer that's just like a lovely music video? You already know the answer to this.
Only the most broken people.
I got dialogue. Oh, Chadwick. I do miss him.
Yeah. I love anything in water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it does look very pretty, doesn't it?
It does.
They don't call him general or king. They call him the feather serpent god.
I mean, that's amazing.
Oh, what a shot that is.
The visuals and all of this. Kayla.
For the surface world. Oh.
Yeah.
November.
I know.
Oh.
Look at this. I know. I love that it's murky as well.
Was that Ironheart there?
I did
flying
not,
through.
I do not know.
Oh, that's a bit tasty. There's Ironheart right there.
There you go. Yeah, there's no disputing that one.
Yeah.
Show them who we are.
Here you go. Oh. Here you go.
Yeah, that's tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot in here that I find incredibly yummy to look at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so soon.
It really is.
I forgot that this was coming out in November. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to that next. Oh, hang on.
Sorry, I was starting.
Too much tech.
Too much tech
to ask.
Too much tech for old Luke Owen.
Yeah, yeah, talk about it.
Well, I mean, I'm actually going to echo here what says Bakugo was right. That trailer was spicy.
It is, isn't it? It really is spicy. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to talk about in there in terms of like visuals, in terms of style, in terms of content, even like what they're showing us about the film, what they're showing us about the characters and their places in the film. Angela Bassett, I love, more than anything.
I mean, the first trailer was very much setting a mood,
yeah,
because this is the first Black Panther movie since Chadwick has
Post-Chadwick.
passed. It's post-Chadwick. So they were like setting a mood of just like, this is a sad, sad time.
Because
for
we're all
Wakanda.
aware
Yes.
as fans. Is this a time for fans as well? Like we're all aware it's a little bit unknown territory. So it was very much giving us like a flavor, a vibe. Just to let us know it is going to be handled in this way. It's not something that we're looking over. It's something we take very sort of humbly and seriously. And this now is a trailer where it's like, what to expect from
That's
the film
exactly
at
what I
large.
was going to say. Yeah, because like the first one was, it's a bit sad. We are going to crown a new Black Panther, and here's a bit of teasing for Namor and a bit of teasing for Submariner and and the Atlanteans and this and the other. But this trailer was okay. Here's the plot of the movie. We've still got some of that sadness around the passing of T'Challa, and what that means for Wakanda and what that means for the MCU. But also, here's the baddie of this movie. Here is Namor, here's the Submariner, and he's got wings on his feet, and he's going to do a bit of a fly.
And it lets people like me, who don't have any real idea of what that is, see something and get more of a flavor of, okay, what's happening. And again, the idea, this presenting us with this idea of, the name they give him, which is, remind me, the sea lizard god, sea dragon god?
That's it, something like that.
Something like that. And also, but the idea of like the surface world versus all of that stuff where it's like providing us with that conflict. And
they know of him as well because they're telling the tale of him.
And there's something as well in the like the visuals of under the water, it being very murky, that sort of set it apart from the obvious comparison of Aquaman, which I think is an interesting and smart call from them. I'm very, very here for this. I also love the sequence. We've been in space for an awful lot of Marvel recently, or just like high stakes stuff. I love there's a car chase sequence in there.
Yeah,
I love that there's some stuff where it's very good. Like it almost looks to the original Iron Man in terms of when you go back and watch the original Iron Man now. It's so weird. It's so different. It's so interesting.
It's so mid 2000s.
But it's so basic and simple, and I quite like that there's an element of that. I mean, we don't know how much of that is going to be in the movies, but a car chase, a sort of grounded fight on a ship. Like, I'm into all of that stuff, as well as being able to have the incredibly cool visuals of this, a demigod kind of character.
I also really liked as well, speaking of Iron Man, we got Ironheart in there. I thought I spotted Ironheart in one of the other shots, like flying over during that car chase sequence. In fact, which takes us back to the first Black Panther, which had a wicked car chase sequence in it.
It did, yeah.
But the actual shot of her getting into the suit and then flying up in the sky, and they essentially do the exact same shot of when Tony first flies out in the Iron Man suit in 2008's Iron Man. And I think that's really, really nice. It's kind of cool to see what our new version of Iron Man is within the MCU now that Tony, spoilers, is no longer with us. And I think that's genuinely exciting as well. And what I really like about MCU movies is when they do use them as backdoor pilots to introduce new characters to them. So you are going to see it because it's Black Panther, and it's like, right, we're going to use this to introduce you to this new character over here, so you can then get excited about all the stuff they're going to do in
the same
MCU
way
movies.
that we had that with Black Panther in Civil War.
Exactly, and we had it with Black Widow in Iron Man 2. Like, I think it's a really smart way to do it, and we haven't seen it in the MCU for a while because I think MCU has been quite cameo heavy recently. I think I loved Shang-Chi was as a way to introduce him into the universe, but it was also like by the way, Wong is going to be in this movie and Abomination is going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
We're now getting it the other way around, and I think that's really tasty. I'm genuinely really, really excited for this. That trailer got me really pumped.
And then obviously at the end, we get that shot of the new Black Panther, and to reference can you tell who that is, by the way?
Well, I think as always,
on your first viewing, did you
on my first viewing, I have got an idea of who it is, but I will hold back.
Oh, you want to hold back because I want to unpack.
Well, please do unpack.
Because to reference another classic film, The Da Vinci Code with Ian McKellen. There's an amazing sequence in The Da Vinci Code where Ian McKellen is like essentially giving a TED talk about the Last Supper, the painting, and at one point he says, "Do you notice the hint of a bosom?" And that's what was going through my head when I looked at this without looking any further. I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm seeing a slightly feminine figure." And then looking at the mask, if you look at the mask, because obviously we get that right at the beginning, that big close up of thingy faces of Chadwick's mask.
Yeah.
So you see the detail on it. You see the lines and things like that. If you then look at the Black Panther at the end, standing up, you see there are new details on the mask.
Yeah.
And they do bear a striking resemblance to details on another character's face that we know and love. I don't know how much I'm allowed to, or you want me to not.
I think you should.
So there are the dots on the mask are in the same formation as the dots that Shuri paints on her face. So it would lead you to believe that whether or not that's going to be the official Black Panther going forward, we're going to see Shuri take on the mantle for this film.
Shuri would have been my front runner.
Yeah.
For who it kind of sort of makes sense, the sort of lineage to then pass.
Especially because that's the whole point of Black Panther, is it's something that's passed down rather than something that you
pass sideways.
Yeah.
So I think that 100% makes sense. Plus, people loved Shuri in the first movie as well, and like one of the smartest people in the entire MCU. Like I think it's a wonderful move to put to and I think if you want to know spoilers, you can certainly find them, because as always happens, Lego just posted release sets and be like, by the way, this is the spoiler.
Classic Lego. Yeah, I avoid all of that stuff, so I only go with what is out there.
It's either Lego or Funko Pops.
Yeah, there's always a Funko Pop. Yeah.
Funko Pop. I remember in the lead up to Civil War, just released a Giant Man Funko Pop to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Giant Man's going to be in Civil War. It's like, yeah, thanks lads.
Thanks guys. Thanks very much.
Some comments from you here. We had Brandon, who is one of our moderators. In fact, our moderator here has just said, what a beautiful trailer. Peter Fry, thank you for commenting. It comes out November 11th. Tyler here says, hey yo, this movie is going to be fantastic and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. It's always the case, isn't it? When you get like there's always the talk of, is there a little fatigue with the amount of superhero movies? The answer is no. I think when the quality of that, we're having a good time. It's a good ride to come out to the movies and see a big blockbuster like that.
We've got Geek here, who's a regular commenter on our weekly What's On video, saying, I'm looking forward to this. Might even try to get to my local Cineworld at 6 a.m. to watch on the big fancy IMAX and then 4DX afterwards.
I wasn't aware that 6 a.m. was a time unless you were going on holiday. However, I respect the hustle on that front, especially committing to see it once and then again.
Absolutely. We've got the Dimbot here who said, I've got faith they can pull off a good movie, hopefully miles better than Thor 4. I actually really enjoyed Thor 4.
I thought Thor 4 was solid, if not inspiring in the way that I'd wanted it to be.
I quite enjoyed it on my first watch. I enjoyed it more on my second
There's
watch.
a lot of detail in there.
I went back to Cineworld to be like... Yeah. Did I like it? Did I miss something? Yeah. And then I went back and I was like, oh no, actually no, I actually I really enjoyed it second time around. It's the beauty of it's the beauty of an unlimited card.
Yeah, I mean this is it, to be able to get you second and third. And I often find that I do want to go and see films a second and third time just to check, like just to be like, what did I actually think? And in fact, that when I then saw Doctor Strange like 3 times, that really did affirm to me that I really like Doctor Strange actually a lot, and I did like Thor 4, even though I was like, I think there was moments of it that I would have pulled apart and played with, but they're always a good time. I'm sorry, I'm looking forward to Black Adam in a couple of weeks. Yep. I'm looking forward to these. I like going to the pictures, man.
We've got another comment here. Brandon said, I'm not a huge fan of the MCU, but Shang-Chi absolutely knocked my socks off.
Oh my gosh, the final sequence in Shang-Chi. There's this one shot with the dragon and the beastie. Oh, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It looked like a painting.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing it in the Leicester Square IMAX, seeing it on the massive screen in that gorgeous projection, and just being like, oh, I'm going to think about that for a long time.
It was like really when cinemas were opening back up.
Yes.
It was dead exciting.
Yeah.
I'm actually actively annoyed my wife does not like the movie. And even then, it's not she doesn't like it, she just thought it was okay. And
Come on.
And I keep getting, I was like, you're actively wrong.
Mrs. Owen, we'll have a conversation.
Mrs. Owen, you are wrong. And our last comment here, I think we will take from Bakugo was right that said tears will most likely be shed. When we saw the 4DX trailer for this the other week, I did actually get a little bit emotional from it. And I'm not sure if that was just water being sprayed in my face or was tears rolling down my cheeks.
It could have been both. Could have been both. And I think that there's something... there's a lot of conversations. So Ryan Coogler, the director, said that he had considered leaving filmmaking after Chadwick had passed. There's a lot of him... And Kevin Feige said, we are taking this incredibly seriously. We're going to, we're not just... not talking about it. We're not addressing it. It's something that's clearly very personal for the people in the filmmakers, and then also as the fans, because it was a very important role for Chadwick, and Chadwick became a very important sort of avatar, I suppose, for a lot of people's experiences. So there's going to be definitely heightened emotion, I think. Yeah.
Well, that is all we've got time for on this edition. This premiere edition of Luke and Dan do some live trailer reactions. Please do let us know in the comment what you thought of this. Would you like us to do more of them? Because we certainly would do, but we want to hear from you, the great public of Cineworld and Cineworld fans. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to have to press the end stream button here while also maintaining eye contact.
You've done a bang-up job.
Thank you, my friend. Because... thank you so much for watching. We'll see you this Friday for another edition of What's On. I have been Luke Owen.
I've been Dan later.
Bye.